Hi there, welcome to English with Shahi, and I'm Shahi. Today we are looking at how you can improve your writing, and I think everybody wants that because no matter what language we're studying, we always want to improve it. If you missed last week's episode, which was on how to improve your reading skills and how to remember what you've read, just click here. Okay, so let's start. Why is writing sometimes so difficult? It's because the way we think in our language might be different to how it's written in English or any other language. It doesn't matter because with practice, everything improves and we get better. And consistency. What's consistency? Consistency is that small thing that you do every day that helps you in the big picture, like when you brush your teeth, okay? You should be at least brushing your teeth twice a day to make sure that they are healthy. If we write 10 minutes a day, and then it will become a habit, and that's how we can improve. So when we are writing, what kind of things should we consider? What should we think about when we're writing? We should think about the W's. What does that mean? What are the W's? The who, the what, the why, the where, and the when. So for example, if you want to write a story, you should, who is in the story? Who are the people in the story? What is the story about? Why did this happen? Okay, so you can give a background of why something happened to that person or the situation. Where is this happening? Is it in the house or in a different country? So that's the setting. Where is this happening? In a shop? Is it an incident? Is it your story of when you were little? When did it happen? Maybe it's a story about when you were little and you can say where it happened. Maybe you went on holiday and it happened there. Okay? So consider these 5 W's when you are writing. Maybe it's a story. Maybe it's a made-up story. Okay? So something that is fictional. Okay? It means that you made it up. It's not real. Non-fiction means it's true. Okay? Fiction is short for fictitious. If something is fictitious, it means it's not true. Okay? It's made up. It's imaginary. If you like to write imaginary stories, then, you should think of these 5 W's. And that's going to help you write better stories. Okay, so number 2, there is something called the 2-minute exercise. They do the 2-minute exercise everywhere. Sometimes they do it at university, sometimes they do it at, just a random course. But it's a 2-minute exercise where you take a pen and a paper and you put a timer on for 2 minutes and you write for 2 minutes. You don't stop. You write about anything and everything that comes into your mind. And later on, you think, oh yeah, this is... And then you look at what you've written. Maybe there's an idea there. Maybe there is something you can expand on in that. So try to do that 2-minute exercise and let me know how it went, because many people do it. Even a lot of professors also recommend it. And I've done it when I went to university. They told us to do it. So it helps you to start writing and then get into the rhythm of writing, okay? It's like when the train starts, the engine starts, and then the train goes, and it goes into a rhythm. So that's how your brain is. When you're writing, you should just start doing that 2-minute exercise when you think, what topics can you write about? Sometimes people find it difficult to write about things. Okay, so you can write something that's instructional. What's instructional? Something that gives instructions. How to do something. How to bake a cake. How to make a table. Okay, how to sand a wall. How to do something can be something instructional. Okay, how to jump off a plane successfully. Not really. Okay, like I said, you can write about who, or why, where, when. You can answer these questions and then you can expand. It doesn't have to turn into a masterpiece straight away. You can make a first draft and then you can edit it and make it better. You can change it and make your writing better, okay? By using synonyms, antonyms. You know what synonyms are? Words that are same or similar to the words that you're using, okay? Okay, this will help you enhance your vocabulary. But check the meaning if you are not sure. And antonyms are words that are opposite. Like good, the opposite of good is bad. What else can we do if we are not confident in our writing? Okay, you can start off with small sentences, and this will be easier for you than to write big long sentences. Don't overthink it, just write little parts. You can also expand on your vocabulary by describing different things, different people, different areas, different places, somewhere you've been to, somewhere you visited. Compare and contrast, okay? So you can say something about the city, something about the countryside. I like it here, I don't like, and then you can do comparisons, okay? What you do like, what you don't like, and why. So you can even write about famous people, famous places, someone you want to meet, somewhere you want to go. If you are better at expressing yourself speaking than you are at writing, what you can do is you can record yourself. And I think, this is one of the most wonderful things. You can record yourself. And you can write it down, or there are study aids that you can use, which I'll put the link to for you. And you can use the study aids to help you. But really, in writing, you should try and write it yourself. And you should use your senses, like we said previously in the reading video. You should try to use your hands, your eyes, the piece of paper. So when you're using all the touching and visual and smell. Okay, what if you don't have enough vocabulary, or you don't know how to use the vocabulary properly? For that reason, you should read more, okay? And for that reason, you should watch the previous video also, which is going to help you read and remember. That's what you want, right? You don't want to forget what you're reading. So reading is also going to help you write better. But if you don't like reading, what do? You can use audiobooks. So what you do is when you're reading or when you're listening to the audiobook, you come across a sentence. For example, if you came across a sentence which said his hair was hideous and his coat was in rags, and you'll be like, oh, this is new vocabulary for me. So you would write the whole sentence down, and then you would highlight those two words. And then what you would do is you would write your own sentence. The more interesting the example that we use when we're learning new vocabulary, the more likely we are able to use it. And don't make lists of vocabulary, because your brain will find it difficult to remember. You need to write sentences so your brain can recall the sentence. Otherwise, it will take you longer to remember. So, if you're not sure about writing and you need somebody to check your work, I'm going to put the link in for those study aids that can help you proofread your work. And you need to watch that video because it helps you to know how to proofread and what words you can use. And there are suggestions and there are different things to help you improve your writing and check your writing for you, and you want that, don't you? Okay, so remember to connect with me on Instagram. I've got pronunciation posts with examples of how to use new vocabulary, which is going to help you write better. English with Shahi on Instagram also. Also, we've come to the end of the video. I want to say thank you to everybody for your support and your encouragement, and it means a lot to me. So take care. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye.